Good morning, everyone. I am Yadam, Naga, Venkata, Naveen, Kumar. Today, I am presenting the final report for the ExtremeX Managed Internship. Mainly, this presentation details the entire life cycle of developing a production-ready full-stack web application over 4 weeks. Move to the next slide. Table of contents. Our agenda is very clear. We'll start with the internship goals, trace the weekly learning summary, details the system architecture, break down the implementation details, reflect on the challenges faced, and concluded with a summary of gained knowledge. Let's move to the next slide. Internship overview. This was an intensive 4-week program. The core directive was achieving production readiness, moving beyond theoretical concepts to practical, deployable software development and real-world project execution. Next slide. Program highlights. The program was built on 3 pillars. The internship focus was deep dive into full stack web development using the MERN stack. Next, the hands-on experience involved building a complete application using MongoDB, Express, React, Node.js, White, and Redux. Next, the technologies covered during the internship was ensured comprehensive fluency from HTML, CSS, JavaScript up to the full MERN stack components. Next slide is goals of the internship. Our success was defined not by a completion, but by achieving specific key objectives that align with professional full stack development standards. Let's deep dive into the key objectives of internship. Our goals were fivefold. First one is application integration. Successfully connecting front-end and back-end using RESTful APIs for an efficient and functional product. Second one is database integration. Utilizing MongoDB for efficient data management, implementing proper schemas, and robust CRUD operations. Third one is backend development. Developing a robust backend with the Node.js or Express.js, including secure server-side logic and reliable database interactions. Fourth one is front-end mastery. Gaining proficiency in React.js for building dynamic, responsive user interface and ensuring strong user interface or user experience. And last one, fifth point, understanding full stack. Achieving a comprehensive, holistic understanding of full web development architecture. Next slide is weekly learning summary. Our 4-week plan was designed step by step so that each week built a strong base for the next. We started with the basics first, and only after getting full control over the fundamentals, we moved to the advanced topics like React and Redux for better state handling. Our entire 4-week internship journey was carefully divided into weekly milestones. Each one focused on a specific area of web development. This structured approach really helped us move from basics to the advanced concepts step by step. In week 1, our main goal was build a solid foundation in core web technologies. We began with HTML, which gave us an understanding of how a web page is structured using elements and tags. Then we explored CSS, where we learned how to design layouts, adjust colors, fonts, spacing, and making the interface visually appealing. Finally, we practiced JavaScript, which added life to our web pages, handling events like button clicks and form inputs. This week all about understanding how these three technologies combine to form backbone of every website. It gave us the confidence to move forward with modern frameworks. In week 2, we moved into the React fundamentals, one of the most powerful libraries for building dynamic user interface. We learned the importance of reusability components, how props helps pass data between them, and how states allow components to react instantly to the user input. We also explored the concept of virtual DOM, which helps a React update only on the required parts of the part page instead of reloading everything. During this week, we built small sample projects like simple counters and forms to strengthen our understanding of React components based on the structure. By the end of this phase, we were comfortably creating responsive interactive interfaces that look professional and modern. Week 3 focus entirely on React state management. As our React application grows larger, we realized it was getting harder to manage the data shared between the multiple components. React Redux solved the problem by introducing a centralized store, a single source of truth for all the data in the application. We practiced how to create actions reducers and connect them to components using the dispatch and selectors. This helped us handling complex data updates in the clean, organized and predictable way. It was a key learning point as it shown us how professional level web applications manage data flow efficiently. Finally, in week 4, we spent time bringing everything together, refining the project, improving the layout, and ensuring all components work smoothly. We focused on debugging issues, improving performance, and enhancing the user interface for the better experiences. This week gave us a complete picture of how all the technologies we learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and Redux connect to build a functioning user friendly application. Overall, each week built upon the previous one, transforming our learning and from simple web pages to structured interactive React application with efficient state management. The gradual growth kept the learning curve smooth and helped us develop both technical understanding and problem solving confidence. Next slide is system architecture. Now let's take a closer look of technical structure of our project. How everything connects and work together as one complete system. Every web application like a team. Each part has its own role, but they must work together to make system functional smoothly. In our project, we build a clear structure that connects the user interface and state management system and database layer. This structure makes the code easier to understand, more organized, and help us make for future changes without breaking other parts. So let's see how data moves inside our project and how these parts communicate with each other. Let's see the data flow diagram. The data flow in our application follows the three-step process. Step 1, user interaction. Everything starts when the user interacts with the React interface. For example, clicking a button, typing a form, selecting an option. React captures these actions instantly and send the information forward. Step 2, state management using Redux. Once the action happens, Redux comes into play. Redux acts as a central data controller of our project. It keeps all the data in a single place called the store so that every part of app can be accessed the same and updated information. This avoid the confusion usually happens when the multiple components try to handle data separately. With Redux, we can easily update, track and share data between the components without repeating code. Step 3, database. The next step which we have planned for our future phase is connecting a MongoDB database. This database will store all our data permanently so that even after refreshing or closing the browser, the data remains same. These three steps data flow from the user to the Redux and then to the database makes the system more structured, scalable and easy to maintain in the long run. Next slide is technology stack. Our project is built using a modern full stack setup that combines different technologies. Each one handles a specific task. Let's understand these layers one by one. First one is front end layer React. This is the visible part that users interact with. React helps us build the user interface using the reusable components like buttons and forms, cards. It makes our website more dynamic and responsive, meaning users can see changes instantly without reload the page. Second, state management layer Redux. Redux is like a brain of our project. It stores all important data in one central location called the store, allows every component to the access and update it easily. This keeps the data flow smooth and helps to prevent bugs or mismatched data. Third, database layer, MongoDB. MongoDB will be used in the upcoming phase for data storage. It is a flexible document based database that works perfectly with the JavaScript application. We choose MongoDB because it is simple to use, fast, and handles large data efficiently. Tools and libraries like White. Finally, we used White as a development tool. It helped us speed up the project setup, reduce the loading time, and made our workflows much smoother. Altogether, these technologies, React, Redux, MongoDB, and White, form a strong, efficient, and scalable stack that supports both learning and real world application building. Next content is implementation details. Now, let's take a deeper look into the implementation part of our project. How we actually built and connected the different components. The main goal during the implementation was convert our designs ideas into the working application using the MERN stack, MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. Throughout, our major focus remained on the front end and state management part. We followed a clean and modular structure, where each section of an app, like header, property list, filters, and search bars, was developed a separate React component. This made it easier to manage, test, and improve the each feature independently without affecting the others. So let's start understanding how these front-end components were organized and built. Now let's see the front-end components. Our front-end was designed with a strong focus on user experience and simplicity. The interface consists of four main components that make the website both functional and user-friendly. The header design, first component. At the top, we implemented a nav bar that contains the main links for the navigation along with the search bar, filter options, and user login sections. This allows user to easily move through the website and find what they are looking for without confusion. Property listing. This is the main display section of the website. Here we show all available property listing with important details like prices, number of guests, amenities, images. The layout is clean, visual, and responsive, ensuring that it looks both on desktop and mobile screens. Third component is filtering feature. To make searching easier, we add filters that allow user to refine results by location, price range, and property type. We use simple and clear state logic, so when we use when user adjusts the filters, only the relevant properties are displayed instantly. Search functionality. The search bar indicates a debouncing techniques, which means it waits for the user to stop typing before sending the search request. This prevents unnecessary reloading and ensures fast, efficient, and performance. Overall, our front-end structure focuses on creating a smooth, interactive, and visually consistent user journey. Let's see the backend routes API organization. For the backend, our main aim was to organize the API in clear and efficient manner. Even though backend development wasn't our primary focus on this phase, we structured it to keep the project ready for the future expansion. We designed three main components of routes. First one is property routes. These routes handles everything related to the property listing, such as fetching data, adding new listing, and updating existing ones. Second one is user routes. These routes manage the user related actions such as signing up, logging in, and handling user profile details. In this future, this part will also include authentication for secure access. Third one is booking routes. This part was planned for managing booking, scheduled, and connecting them with both the user and property data. Having these routes separated keep the code clean and reusable and easily to maintain later when we integrate the full backend logic. Next slide is database collection, a data model. In our MongoDB database, we designed three main collections that represent the main data of our project. First one is user collection. This stores basic information of the user such as names, email IDs, and secure hashed password. It ensures data privacy and also user authentication in later versions. Second one is property collections. This holds all the property related information, including the property title, description, location, pricing, and available facilities. It acts as a core data model that powers the listing page. Third one is booking collection. This is the design to handle the booking related information such as booking dates, durations, which user booked the which property. It helps connect both user and property collections logically. Together, these collections from a clear and flexible data model which can be easily expanded as the application grows. Next one is state management, Redux logic. One of the most important parts of our project was state management, handled using Redux. As our application grew with the multiple components, it became difficult to manage shared data manually. Redux helped us solve the providing a single source of truth, meaning of all data is stored and controlled from the one place called the Redux store. We implemented this through Redux slice, which divided the app state into the smaller parts based on the function. For example, one slice for the user data and another for property data. The major advantage of this approach is the data flow become predictable, clean, and easy to debug. Whenever something changes in one part of the app, Redux instantly updates the related components, keeping the entire UI in sync. This kind of state management is extremely useful in professional applications, especially those that require real-time updates or multiple user interactions. Next slide is user journey. Finally, let's walk through the user journey. How a user interact with our application from start to finish. Step 1. User authentication. The user first sign up or log in using the secure login section. This ensures personalized access and data security. Step 2. Property selection. Once logged in, the user can search the properties using the filter or search bars. The property cards display essential details like images, amenities, and prices, helping users make informed choice. Step 3. Booking process. After selecting a property, the user proceed to booking pages, where they can choose dates and confirm their stays. Step 4. Payment integration. In this next phase, we plan to add secure online payment using the third-party gateway such as Razorpay or Stripe. Step 5. Data storage. Finally, the booking details will be securely stored in the MongoDB database, maintaining proper links between the user and property. These moves and logic flows ensure that the entire journey, from the search to the booking, feels naturally efficient for the end users. Next slide is the challenges faced during the internship. Every project brings its own set of challenges, and this internship was no different. One of the best part of the experience was that it encourages us to think critically and solve problems on our own. Instead of just learning theory, we learn how to deal with the real world issues that come up during the development. Let's take a look to major challenges we faced and lessons we learned from overcome them. Let's see the obstacles overcome. During the development, we faced several technical obstacles, but we treated them as opportunity to improve our skills. Here are the three major challenges we successfully overcome. First one is API connection issues. At the first, we faced difficulty while connecting the front end and back end due to the course policy errors and server communication issues. We resolved these by setting up proper CORS configuration and applying secure API handling methods. This experience taught us how important it is keep the backend secure while maintaining the smooth data flow. Second one is Redux state management errors. Managing asynchronous data update in Redux was one of the toughest challenges. Sometimes components were not updating properly or were showing old data. By using the Redux toolkit and following modern patterns like slices and async thunks, we solve these synchronization problems. As a result, our application became much more stable and predictable when we gain deeper confidence in professional state management. Third one is error handling and debugging. Like in a real world project, we encountered unexpected bugs. To handle this, when we implemented consisting error messages, added try catch blocks to handle, and used browser consoles and logs files to trans and fix issues. This process taught us the importance of writing clean defensive code and checking every feature carefully. It was a big step towards thinking like a professional developer. Next one is gained knowledge. Throughout these 4 weeks, we didn't just complete a project, we gained strong technical skills and practical knowledge that can use it in the future work. Here are some key skills we developed. End-to-end development. We learned how to take a project from initial idea to the working web application. This includes planning, designing, coding, testing, and improving our work step by step. Second one is understanding the MERN stack flow. We developed a clear understanding of how data moves within a MERN stack from React frontend through Node.js APIs and finally to the backend database. Even though we haven't fully developed yet, this process gave us real sense of how modern web applications operate. Third one is API integration skills. We learn how to connect different parts of the system using RESTful APIs, making sure they work smoothly together. We also learn how to secure these APIs against errors and vulnerabilities. Fourth one is efficient front and back end communication. Finally, we practiced efficient data exchange between the front end and back end. This includes the using fetch request, handling response correctly, and displaying them in a real time one on the user interface. Overall, these learning gives us strong technical foundation and help us think more logically while solving problems. Let's see conclusion. Now we came to conclusion of our project journey. These 4 weeks were truly a turning point for us, transforming classroom learning to a real practice experience. The project allowed us to apply everything we learned in a structured and creative way. Let's quick summarize our achievements and overall experience. Conclusion and acknowledgement. In a conclusion, this 4 weeks internship helped us build a complete MERN stack web application and gave us valuable exposure to real deployment process. We saw strong improvement in our technical skills, especially in React, Redux, and state management. We also gained confidence in planning, teamwork, and debugging skills that are equally important to the software field. Throughout this journey, we learned how to turn an idea into a working product while keeping the design clean and user friendly and functional. Finally, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the WSA mentors for their continuous support and guidance throughout this internship. Their feedback and encourage played a more role in learning and project success. Let's start by opening the project in the VS Code. First, on the front end side, you will see the several important folders and components: accommodation, home, my bookings.
payments, property listing, user, CSS, and store. The store folder contains our Redux logic, which is used to manage application state efficiently. All other folders hold the front-end files and components. Now, let's look at the backend. Key folders here include controllers, models, routes, and utilities. Index.js, the main entry point. I'll open a split terminal and start the backend server. npm run dev. Once it's running, I'll also start the front-end server. npm run dev. Now, both servers are up, and I'll follow the link to view our project output. Here is the landing page preview. You will see the list of properties. By default, the page renders 12 properties per view. Navigating through, this is the first page and now the second. If we open a property, you will see the key details, images, description, maximum number of guests, property booking form, featured offered at this place. For example, the maximum number of guests allowed in the sample property is 4. You'll, to showcase the booking feature, we use the property real address to render the location on the map. As we are not logged in yet, let's log in first. I have already created an account. After entering my credentials, I am now successfully logged in. Let's open a property I want to book. Here we can see the price, for example, 6,000. The maximum number of guests for this property 10. I'll select the booking dates from the 10 to the 15 and choose 5 guests. Then I enter my name Yadam Naga Venkata Naveen Kumar and my phone number 934 777 2102. Let's verify I have given all details or not. And book the property. Once booked, you can view the booking details, property name, check-in and check-out dates, number of guests, number of nights, total price, example 30,000. When the payment order is created, I confirmed and proceed with the payment. The booking is now successful for these days. Previously, I had already booked another property on October 29, 2025. Here is the property, Mono Farmers, with the it address and booking info. The price was 8,400 for the 3-day stay. This is the previously booked property as we booked now. Now let's go back and review the profile section where you'll see name, email, join date. You can edit your profile. For instance, changing your name which is instantly updated. The password can also be changed here. Let's update the name. Here I written Bunty and I'll change it to the Naveen. Yeah, it got updated successfully. Now on my accommodation tab, this is the form where you can create and upload your own property listing. You can fill out the questions about the property, upload the images, set check-in, check-out times, and details like what you are offering in that property. Just click save and your property will be appear on the home page. Now let's check the filter tab. First we are going to search via name. I'll search Pune and here we got a property on the Pune and now I'll search for the Goa. Here we got the list of properties which are at the Goa. Now I'll search via number of guests. I'll search 10 and here I got the property list which allows 10 number of guests. We can search our booked we can search our booked dates also here. Now let's move to the filter part. Here we can filter using the price range. We can filter via number type or we can adjust the price as we can select the property type and a room type and amenities. Here I randomly select once and I click apply filter. Within our filters, there is no property found. And let's try again with another filters. Now I'll put the price as 6,322 and room type is property type is hotel and room type is here I'm not selecting anyone and I'll select amenities as free parking, Wi-Fi, apply filters and within our filters we got a property. Here let's verify. Here we got TV, free parking and as we mentioned 6,322 and within our price range only. By this way we can use filters. With this portal, user can seamlessly manage property booking for a specific nights and duration. In the addition to booking accommodation, the platform also empowers users to post and rent out their own properties, make it a comprehensive solution for the both guests and property owners.
Thank you so much for your time and attention. This project was a great learning journey for us. We are happy to share our experience today. I am Yadam Naga Venkata Naveen Kumar and you can reach me out using this contact information shown on this slide. Once again, thank you so much for